UK.
It's Tuesday night. I could be doing something else with my time. I'm pissed off. I'm annoyed. I'm tired. Good evening. Welcome to Vape Talk UK. You're all cunts.
Yeah, so both Mark and Jono are just having these childish hissy
Shut up, Cass!
And I'm in a great mood.
You fucking leprechaun.
Oh, dear.
If you haven't resubscribed, do it now.
Yeah, apparently all subtlety and civilized conversation has gone completely out the window. Oh, dear. How we doing? We having a good week?
Oh, better to start you off.
I'm tired. I'm pissed off. I'm annoyed. And I'm Mardy. End of. Mardy, sorry for those of you that aren't, that don't speak the Queen's English. Mardy's irritable and annoyed.
Yeah.
Should learn proper England.
So Dale's just said, fuck you, I've got to do a night shift in the end and rain in an hour.
Diddy's got something to cheer me up.
Yeah. Jono's angry because he can't grow a beard like Mark and Cass.
Oggy, have you hit puberty yet?
Oh!
That's fair comment. Fair comment.
Oh dear, this is getting better and better.
And Jesse's got a turtle.
Yeah, there we go. Why not? Just gonna. Yeah. I don't know. I've had a good weekend.
What's that short ass?
What's that? Yeah.
Oh.
It's just gonna turn into a 2-hour slanging match, isn't it?
I hope so. By the way, welcome to the Little Vape Show. It's Friday now.
We've just fast forwarded 4 days. Although who was a bit ahead of the game was Mr. Gillfly51 at 25 to 8. It was like, is there no show? You sure there's no show? It's like, yes, in 25 minutes. Oh.
Just when he types in chat, just say, all right, thanks for joining, but guys, bye.
So, I mean, you know, kudos for the eagerness.
Oh, Diddy's got a new business name for me.
Night work. Whereabouts are you?
You know what? Night work bugs me. No, not personally. You don't bug me, but we do geocaching, and there is a geocacher called Night Worker, and yeah, it just messes with my head.
Oh, fair enough.
2 people. One's a cunt and one's not.
Yeah.
I'll let you decide which is which.
So Tony London has dodgy curry squirts and splats.
My glasses need cleaning because I read cum.
Dodgy cum squirts.
Timble in right now. Right, you've probably narrowed it down to West Yorkshire.
Oh dear. Rolf will be joining us at some point in the near future.
Unfortunately.
Does anyone care? No one's asked where he is, I suppose.
Right, okay, thanks for joining VTUK.
We'll see you next
bye. Hangouts link in the chat.
Oh dear, it's all good fun. Oh. Right, what are we vaping on?
Same shit I vape on every week. Next.
Jono.
Same shit, different juice.
At least you've got a different juice.
Yeah, to be fair, actually, I found it back at cupboard, and I'm really, really glad I found it. It's
was it Maddie? Oh no. Okay.
No, I don't live in fucking Portugal, Mark, and she were in a car boat. All right, so
Where are you holding that up to?
Well,
Hold it away from the
I was
camera.
doing it to reveal it, but then Mark just went, "Is it Mardy?" I was like, "Oh, hang on a minute. I'll just divert it." It's not like I'm Statue of Liberty, just like holding torch. Yes, I'm on rainbow custard from the King's Creams.
What's?
Jim,
I've tried 3 of their flavours, but that's the only one I haven't.
Drawbridge, an absolute not only is he an absolute gentleman, but
Jimmy.
yeah,
Jimmy. He used to
Jimmy.
watch us.
Jimmy. Yeah, if you.
Oh, Andrew, we've not even started on your country.
Yeah, so he's you'll say nice gentleman, but also makes some banging liquid as well.
Yeah, their OG and their cinnamon custard are amazing. I haven't tried the rainbow custard.
I have not. I can't do cinnamon. However, I did have a spiced bonfire latte this morning, and that was really pleasant. Say I don't like cinnamon. That was really nice.
Hang on, you drank it or vaped it?
Oh no, I drank it. It was on my vans this morning.
Are you now in possession of a uterus?
Yep, I borrowed your mum's.
Oh.
Along with the coil that it came in. Mate, do not fuck with me tonight, I'm telling you. You will come worse off. I'm trying to avoid Mark because if me and him go to blows, that's it. Twitch has ended.
Okay. Right, my turn then.
Sorry, Cass. What are you vaping on? Like we care.
It's one of those weeks, isn't it? Same shit, different juice.
Don't apologise for missing Friday. Friday was an absolute shitstorm this week. We had JB on. If you've not seen it, go back and watch it. Honestly,
I was present.
Yeah, all of us were present to the JB show.
It was just JB.
It's not dark. It's red. It's just tea juice red Astaire.
Oh no, I read Astaire are still getting away with putting colourings in their juice.
Yep. So is Vampire Vape with Heisenberg.
I heard it was natural, but I don't believe it for 1 minute.
Apparently,
I've not seen
there's
anything.
no naturally occurring blue food.
Blueberry.
It's not blue. It's purple.
Yeah, that's because it's quite concentrated.
Hey, Dave. I saw your photos earlier. I hope you're recovering well. Look after yourself, buddy.
Mick's like, this is like a gear check should be. Same shit. Next.
What's that? Missed that.
Mick Blizz. This is like a gear check. Yeah, Zeus Juice still have colours apparently. So there we go.
So the Vejos.
Do they? Do they?
Vejos do as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
V-Juice still exist.
Believe it or not, yeah.
Was that V-Juice with a G?
The Med comeback. No. It's the same company. As far as I'm aware, the same owners, but not the same lead guy. As far as I'm aware, but yeah, they're back up and running.
Focus. Oh my god.
Caspian, what are you vaping on?
I just did that bit.
Oh, did you? I wasn't listening.
No, I know.
Oh, red shit.
Mm.
I interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler wasn't here, so I thought someone had to do it.
Jip, 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 jip,
Do you
jip,
know, I was
jip.
just going to do that next time you started talking.
Oh, shall I do some news?
No.
It's only going to make you tireder and angrier.
Chip, 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 chip. Cass, did you just smell your fingers?
Kaz, did you just sniff your fingers?
Oh dear.
So wait, hang on. Let me flip my desktop audio on. No one speak.
Kaz, did you just sniff your fingers?
There we go.
Oh, that's not how Nick Green does a fist bump to screen.
What? We just had a. I'm gobsmacked.
Oh, fuck, was it to you? Shit.
It was. You pressed the wrong button. Banana!
Wrong streamer.
Well, so someone has to go and knock Jono off the top spot. If you can do it by at least 10,000, then I'll send you some juice.
Did you send Badger's juice?
Nope. I genuinely forgot, and now at this point, yeah. He hasn't messaged me though, and he's not even in. Where is he? I haven't seen him in like 3 weeks.
Don't know.
Oh,
Badge. I haven't seen Badge.
I think he's give up all hope.
Maybe. Right. Bit of news.
Hang on. What am I vaping on?
Oh yeah, what are you vaping on? Oh, you did same shit, different, and then went.
Who won the Caswalker mod comp? Caswalker, rather.
Who won that? I did send something out to someone. I can't even remember.
Was it Dale?
I think it was Dale.
I don't know.
Could have
I
been.
can't remember. Jesse, have you got Tourette's? Just instead of swearing, you just say turtle.
Dale.
Sorry, because I have the power to just message her mum and just be like, "Your daughter is being crazy in chat."
Turtle. So I'm vaping on semen and orphan tears.
At least it's not orphan semen.
Oh, that'd just be wrong, Cass. But mixed, it's perfectly fine.
At least we know Chandler's new juice line coming out. Anyway.
Oh, I was going to be rude then, I'm not. So I'm opening on pistache. You get to the point you'd open it, but you wouldn't be able to vape it because it'd just keep interrupting you. Where was I? Yeah. And I was trying to vape on the soy, but I think I need to rewick. Oh no, that's a little bit better. Did I hear my name?
Dale, did you get some juice arriving? We can't remember who won the comp, the Caswalker comp. So
sorry, I was having a shit. Did I hear my name?
Oh dear. Right, before this craziness happens.
Time for Cass's news.
I think you've just blown everyone's TVs apart. That was loud.
Bum.
Right.
Bum. Banana.
Right. If anyone needs to go take a dump or put the cat out or anything, now is your chance to do it. If you're genuinely interested in the news, then stick around.
I'm just going to get comfy.
Jono's just genuinely fucked off. Right. So.
And Andrew, this section of the show is for you.
Right. So pretend you didn't watch iOS last Thursday, and this is the first time you're hearing this. India have banned e-cigarettes after warning of a vaping epidemic. The ban comes as a high school student in Canada was diagnosed with a severe respiratory illness. Don't worry, I'll be getting onto more of that very, very soon. So India has become the latest country to ban e-cigarettes over growing health concerns. The country's government warned of an epidemic in vaping as it followed countries including Brazil and Thailand in prohibiting the products. India's health ministry have said these novel products come with attractive appearances and multiple flavours, and their use has increased exponentially and acquired epidemic proportions, especially amongst youth and children. This isn't the bubonic plague. This is vaping. Like, it's not right. So the ban covers the production, importing, and advertising of e-cigarettes, but not the use of them. Offenders will face up to 3 years in jail for repeat offences. It was confirmed on Wednesday that a Canadian high school student was diagnosed with an illness related to vaping, whilst there have been several deaths in the US linked to the activity. Christopher Mackey, medical officer of health and chief executive of the Middlesex London Health Unit in Ontario, said the youth was on life support at one point, but has now returned home.
Sorry, what was his name?
Christopher Mackey.
Life is bad, guy.
So it says around 106 million adults in India are smokers, and more than 900,000 die each year due to tobacco-related illnesses. I think there's your epidemic. Vikas Sheel, a senior official at India's health ministry, said over a period of time people will not get their vape refills, so they will become responsible. The number of smokers in India is second only to China, meaning the ban will cut off a lucrative market at a time when smoker numbers worldwide are falling. And it also calls into question plans by companies such as Juul and Philip Morris to expand in the country of 1.3 billion people. Apparently, the vapor market in India was worth £57 million last year, according to Euromonitor International, which said that before the ban, it would likely grow by 60% a year to 2022. The Association of Vapers said that the government's ban would deprive millions of smokers of a safer solution, and whilst advocates for vaping say it's safer than tobacco, those against it say it can lead to nicotine addiction for those who previously did not smoke. And then it goes on to talk about the US thing, but we'll get onto that in a second. In addition to this, and I'm going to go on to another article about India from our good old friend Dr. Farsalinos in a minute. But India own one of the biggest tobacco companies in India. The Indian government own 30% of. So do the maths. Exactly. Right. So let's go to Dr. Farsalinos now, whilst we're talking about India. So. Right, the proposal states that after revisiting its earlier deliberations, this is a new article, the Drugs Consultative Committee in India has concluded that these devices fall under the definition of a drug. And this move comes highly recommended by the Indian Council of Medical Research, who has completed a recommended ban, saying that such devices have become a gateway to smoking and can get a non-smoker addicted to nicotine. Such a statement is ironic, to say the least, when the devices proven to be safer alternatives are being banned, but the actual products that are toxic, cigarettes, remain untouched and widely available throughout the country. Right, so it says, and this is the irony, this is true irony. After you hear those stats, 900,000 people a year in India die of smoking. It says subsequently, last September, in an advisory state. What are you laughing at? Right, I've got to look now.
I think we're just talking about the turtle.
Oh wow! Right, okay. Right, so this is the ironic bit. It says subsequently last September, in an advisory to the state governments, the health ministry had suggested that e-cigarettes and heat-not-burns should be banned, as they are a great health risk to the public at large, especially to children, adolescents, pregnant women, and women of reproductive age. But no mention of cigarettes. Interesting. So. Anyway, what does our favourite doctor say? So he says, whilst India continues its fight against rampant tobacco use, especially cigarette smoking, policymakers are still grappling to understand the concept of e-cigarettes. They're innovative and clean nicotine delivery systems that involve no combustion and therefore produce reduced emissions and toxic byproducts by at least an order of magnitude. The Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 2018 issued an advisory state to all states recommending them to prohibit the sale, manufacture, of use of ENDS, and even the Indian Council of Medical Research have advocated for a pan-Indian prohibition on ENDS, electronic nicotine delivery systems. This is in stark contrast to the path of comprehensive regulation adopted by countries such as the UK, New Zealand, Canada, and the European Union as a whole. Basically, it's quite an interesting article, so I'll pop the link in the chat, but he goes on to say that they just don't, it's not a case of they understand it and they're ignoring it, they just have no basic understanding of it, which, is true. Right, bear me a second, let's just pop that in chat whilst I remember it. So what do we think of this so far with India?
It's all this. What really faffs me off is they're all listening to America.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is with America, well, America's problem, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It just doesn't make sense. You know, it's stupidity, right? Look. I'm sure I've said this in No Education Turtle at all. Exactly. We need a turtle. I've forgotten where I was going. Yeah, it's gone.
Right.
We're
So,
about to sleep.
Andrew, this is your time. So, a ninth person has died from vaping. So, last week...
Right.
I've just read the headline.
So you need to rethink them words.
It says ninth person dies from vaping as hundreds are hospitalised in epidemic. Right, let me continue. I'm just going to read the news as it's presented because I think that it's important that people see how vaping is reported. I don't know. Right. It says a man over the 50 has become the ninth person to die from vaping amid an epidemic in the US. The patient who had underlying health concerns is also the second person to have died this week in Kansas.
Thanks for the subscription, Michael. Appreciate that, buddy.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. The female resident over the age of 50 with underlying health conditions also died. Okay, so basically, Kansas has nine probable confirmed vaping related cases. It says literally 9 probable / confirmed vaping related cases, including 2 deaths. 5 are male and 4 are female, and range in age from 17 to 67. The victims reported using only nicotine, only THC, only CBD, and a combination of THC and nicotine. Meanwhile, the number of vaping related illnesses nationally has climbed to 530. Now, surely at this point, the fact that it's THC has got out there enough that people will stop fucking using it. I mean, come on. Why are people still using it, and why are people still being hospitalized? Half of the patients are aged under 25, and the US investigators have said they will try to work out what oils are clogging up the lungs of people taken ill. It comes after various US media outlets reported the case of a 19-year-old boy who became poorly after vaping for 2 years. Doctors found his lungs had become severely congested with solidified oil, which medics told his parents was similar in consistency to cooking grease that hardens after it had been left to cool. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you the link because there's a picture on here of a scan of his lungs, and they are fucked. But anyone who knows anything about vaping, and you don't need to know a lot, knows that there is nothing in vaping that would come out with this sort of consistency. So, his father, Keith Mayo, said that he was told that his son had the lungs of a 60-year-old, 2-pack-a-day smoker, and medics said it was down to vaping. His whole spin on it was that it was cool and not that bad for you. I was just as guilty. I went along with it. I never got into it, but I also didn't prevent it either. He's going to have some scarring. Whether it's profound, we don't know yet. In the UK, PHE, Public Health England, stands by its claim that vaping is 95% less harmful than smoking, but it's come under fire from some academics who say the organisation is willfully ignoring mounting evidence that vaping is harmful. No, they're just ignoring mounting bullshit. Martin Dockrell, tobacco control lead at PHC, said a full investigation is not yet available, but indications are that the US cases have been linked to people using illicit vaping fluid bought on the streets or homemade, some containing cannabis products like THC oil or synthetic cannabinoids like spice, and others vitamin E acetate oil. At this point, I'm just flogging a dead horse, so we'll leave that one there.
One of my issues is, you know, we're so these morons are using vaping equipment, right? They're using the vaping equipment to take illicit drugs that are killing them and making people very, very ill. Now, they're using our equipment, so they're banning vaping. For every person that dies on the street using a dodgy needle, do they ban needles? Do they ban syringes?
No, they just
because that's the equipment that's being used.
Yeah. I mean, how many people die on the roads due to cars?
It's fucking crazy, like.
See, Nightwork said, as someone who works in radiology, that's a CAT scan, not an X-ray. I might have said that wrong, to be fair. He goes, also, the images have been manipulated. There we go. Yeah, it's stupid. Right, I've got a couple of articles that Mark found. So do you want me to go with them, Mark, or do you want to?
I'm going to look at them first. I was in a bad mood. No, because they're good news. They're good news.
Cool. Shall I go, or do you want to? As they're yours.
No. You go with them, and I'll just interject.
Sounds good. Half as many Britons vape as smoke. The number of people vaping in the UK has reached 3.6 million, about half the number of smokers. And the data indicates most vapers are former smokers, with the main reason for using e-cigarettes being to give up tobacco. The findings come as the US continue to investigate a spate of serious lung injuries, yada, yada, yada. E-cigarettes allow users to inhale nicotine rather than breathing in smoke in a vapor form. The anti-smoking charity Action on Smoking and Health, or ASH, has been monitoring trends in their use in the UK since 2012. Its latest report suggests vaping helped an extra 70,000 people quit smoking in 2017. I mean, that is a staggering number of people. It says the number of vapors in the UK has gone from 700,000 in 2012 to 3.6 million in 2019. And of these, 54% have given up smoking, 40% both smoke and vape, and 6% have never smoked.
Go straight into the next article.
Okie doke. Right. So vaping, number of British people, number of British people using e-cigarettes rises by 12.5%. A study has suggested. So it says some 3.6 million people in the UK are vaping, a rise of 12.5% in 1 year. Vapers make up 7.1% of Britain's population, meaning more people are using e-cigarettes than ever before. The products are the most popular among 35 to 44-year-olds, followed by 45 to 54-year-olds.
Now, what got me was the next statement.
The lowest rates of use are among young adults aged 18 to 24. Action on Smoking and Health conducted the study. More than 12,000 people were polled for the research. That is a huge amount of people. It says that's a huge independent poll, to be honest with you. Around 31% of vapers said they were former smokers who used the products. And it says vaping isn't risk-free, but it's much less risky than smoking, which kills nearly 100,000 people a year in the UK. Got to remember that vaping illegal products has only killed 9 people, and it's not even standard vaping. So let's look at those numbers. Let's see the forest for the trees, as it were. In the US, flavored e-cigarettes have been linked to a mysterious lung illness. Oh my God, right. Deborah Arnott, chief executive of ASH, said the reports from the US were obviously concerning, but appeared to be linked to the misuse of e-cigarettes for illicit drug delivery. Nothing like this has been seen in the UK to date, where a proper regulatory system is in place for nicotine-containing e-cigarettes, which is not yet the case in the US. Vapers should not be scared back to smoking by the news of vaping illnesses, nor should they stick to smoking rather than switch. It is essential, however, to only use legal vapes bought from reputable suppliers in the UK and not source illicit, unregulated products over the internet. 14% of the vapers polled said they enjoyed using e-cigarettes, whilst 13% said they used the products to save money. Only 0.8% of the vapers had never smoked, and of that, the vast majority, 73%, said they began vaping just to give it a try. Although e-cigarettes are now the most popular quitting aid, it finds that in 2019, over a third of smokers still have never tried it. And as Stoptober kicks off, we encourage smokers who haven't done so yet just to give vaping a try. E-cigarettes have been shown to be very effective, and trying to quit either on their own or help with other stop smoking services is successful. There we go. Some good news to finish on. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with.
I take my hat off. I know the Independent can release some absolute bullshit, lies and fake news, but that is really, really, really good news. Yeah, as Michael says, put that in your tanks and vape it. No, it's really important that the good news. I tell you what, when I was looking for news this week, it was all negative. It was all deaths. It was all fucking morons vaping THC. It was all bullshit. But then there was a couple of pearlers that came out from the UK media, and you know what? Shit like that makes me happy. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all. And see, folks, this is what happens when I put pieces of news into the news. You get happy stuff.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. To be honest, like the last 6 weeks, it's been fucking hard not finding the same bullshit news every week. It was way funnier when we were talking about Hawaii putting the smoking age up to 100.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but this is all the vaping industry is talking about. It's who's banning it. It's who's fucking doing this. It's which other dickhead. Oh, honestly, like.
Cue the lift music.
Hey up, everyone. Honestly, it makes my head explode. Cases all over the world apart from the UK. That's because in this one singular fucking subject, the UK aren't being complete and utter dicks about it.
The difference is healthcare.
Yeah. And what do we not have over here?
Healthcare?
Insurance. Healthcare.
Yeah. We have a national health service where this is an absolute... Smokers are an absolute drain on society. Society, that's unfair. An absolute drain on NHS funding and money. So they want us to start... Oh, we can sing about this till the cows come home. But
I think the thing as well that I do have quite a lot of faith in, and maybe this faith is misplaced, but I like to think that the English independent bodies are far less susceptible to outside monetary forces than they are like places in the States, like places in Asia. When the NHS or Public Health England come out with a study, I can feel pretty sure that I can trust what they're saying and that it's not got a second agenda.
I think one thing we've got to do over here is we've got to try and support. We've got to try and support these other countries. We've got to keep advocating. Advocate, and whilst we. Thank you very much for the follow. For those, it's shitty for those in America, but we have still got to advocate for those. We've got to do our best to share the positive news. To, those of you that aren't involved with CASAR, get involved with these charities. Get involved with what's going on and try and help support. Share some of the UK's good news over in America. You may feel as though it's doing no good, but trust me, it is.
Do you think we're basically going to be like the role model for the world?
We are.
In this respect, yeah, definitely.
I was on an American site the other day, and they were like, look what's happening in the UK. They have got shops in hospitals. What the fuck is wrong with this country?
Yeah. The thing that's been really pissing me off this week, and I've even shown it to you, Mark, that the amount of people that have been... because offline from all this, I wind down by watching people's streams and, watch people gaming, and some people I'm quite close with online. And the amount of people that have been saying... In fact, it were Martin that were on. And when he had a bit of his Joel... Somebody said to him, "Oh, that's going to kill you, that." And me being me, I jumped straight on it, and I was like, "Why is it going to kill him?" He says, "Oh, well, they're banning this and that, left, right, and centre flavors. It's all these people who've died." I was like, "Right, let's get this straight now." He says it's not vaping that's going to kill you; it's the black market illegal THC cartridges. And the amount of times I've had to repeat myself this week is unreal.
Tony, being a dual citizen, a Brit and a Yank, I've called many times. You'll see this come up a lot. CTA, call to action. And yes, whilst they are referring state by state, there's no harm in us being call to action. There's no harm in us getting involved with their fight.
No, not at all. No, because our industries rely on each other.
Absolutely. Can we talk about... Did you all read up on the MSA?
I did have a little look over it.
So, we have... Well, we don't, luckily. Over in the States, the Master Settlement Agreement Basically, it's tobacco companies paying out millions and millions and millions of dollars to different states. This is one of the major issues with all these bans in place, and I've just forgotten I've not got my image that I was supposed to be sharing with this.
Whilst he's finding that quickly, in reply to Dale, who said, "Has my shop been a little quiet?" I know I typed in the chat, but no. But I've had a lot of people saying, "I'm surprised to see you're still here after it's come out that it kills people," or "I've heard this kills people now," or whatever. And like Jono's had to do this week and repeat himself again and again and again. I've had to do the same thing in my shop to people who just see the news and take it as gospel.
Mark, I'm going to put a link in chat. The MSA.
Yeah, pop the MSA. So the MSA, certain state, depending on the size of the states, depending on blah 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 blah, depends on how much each state gets. The Yanks can't afford to pay their bonds back to the bank, so they deferred till 2020. The Federal Reserve has put $200 billion back in to keep interest low. This wasn't mainstream news. So, if we look at the state of the US at the moment, we have got New York, flavor ban passed. Michigan, flavor ban passed. California, almost. Ohio, almost. New Jersey, almost. Illinois, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania, it is on the cards. It's going to happen. Let's be honest. I
was going to say, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on here. Have you noticed a lot of those states are also the states reporting a lot of these THC illnesses? Do we think that they're putting THC into the market to kill people in order to give vaping a bad name?
But, like this says here, these are also the top MSA-funded states. They are the states that are getting the most money off these tobacco companies from this settlement agreement every year. Whilst having dodgy THC pushed into there. Ooh, Cass.
I think
just putting it out there.
I think it's a bit far fetched, but ideally, I don't think it's extreme as what you think.
I mean, MK Ultra says otherwise.
Yeah, but it's bullshit, isn't it? It's all fake news.
Andrew, unless something huge happens, we're fucked. And to be honest with you, mate, I don't want to sound pessimistic. I am a pessimistic person, but realistically, if this carries on, I think the industry's fucked.
Yep.
I really, really do. But the problem is prohibition. What happened?
Well, it didn't last. It went underground.
Exactly. What happens if they push something like this underground? What's going to happen? Not only are they not going to get the taxes from it, but they're also going to get more and more shit being put into their juices.
Yeah.
So if it all goes black market, it's going to be coming on docks with all bloody coke and heroin.
Well, I mean, the answer's simple. Regulate like the UK have done.
Well, Trump don't think that far ahead, does he?
Well, no, he can't. He doesn't think past his first fucking coffee of the morning.
I think we need to ban this right now. It's a fucking bellend.
Did you actually watch his statement on vaping?
Yeah,
about how
did.
It's like, oh, these kids are coming home, and I mean, this is not an impression, but these kids are coming home, and they're fucking. No, he didn't say that. No, these kids are coming home, and they're saying to their parents, "Oh, I want to vape," and it's like, what fucking world are you living in? Yeah, Andrew says they don't care. They just don't care.
Exactly, they don't.
Do you know what I think the next thing's going to be?
What's that?
Have a guess. If this goes through,
Mm-hmm.
and they ban it throughout America,
We're talking about just flavour bans, aren't we, or vaping ban?
vaping,
Yeah.
flavour, the whole shit stain.
Mm-hmm.
So the CDC have reported that 75% of US children are using caffeine daily.
Oh.
Many were initially attracted by unicorn frappuccinos, chocolate and fruit-flavoured caffeinated beverages. Most health scientists know that caffeine has a danger profile for kids similar to nicotine. Both are addictive mild stimulants derived from plants that lift mood. Both can affect developing the brain. Don't agree with that. But apparently there's been 350 odd deaths this year in America due to caffeine and energy drinks.
Yep, energy drinks are a big problem.
Massive problem. What is that next?
See, the thing with energy drinks is they're advertised over platforms like things like Twitch, for example. You've got all of these gamers that all these kids look up to,
Sponsors.
sponsored by energy drinks. Whether they're healthy or not, they're still fucking full of sugar and caffeine. And now...
Oh, whoa. Roll out the red carpet.
Badger's back.
Badger's
back. Castor Coffee needs to challenge 25.
Yeah, or it needs to be a minimum of a 16. I mean, a lot of places are actually legally able to implement a 16 plus rule on things like their energy drinks in shops in the UK.
Well, they are, aren't they?
Thing is, Mark,
I don't know.
You've got a really good point. In 80s, 90s, what were branded all over Formula One?
It was all cigarettes. It was all Regal, Embassy,
Right.
Benson,
Exactly.
Marlboro.
What is it now?
Red Bull.
Monster.
It's
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yeah. And that's a good point. The thing is that because there's absolutely no responsibility taken by energy drink and caffeine drink companies, that they're spamming these where they know 10, 12, 13, 14-year-old kids are watching this going, all right, that gamer's using that energy drink. For me to be as good at that game, I need to use that energy drink. Because they're literally advertised as play for longer using these drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's actually way more irresponsible than anything vaping has done.
You know what? I'm liking this. Michael got ID'd. Tony, my daughter wasn't able to purchase a Red Bull from a BP gas station, a driving licence to get a fucking Red Bull.
Mm.
You have to be over 18 to buy energy drinks at supermarket. Challenge 25. It's true. It's true. Now,
To be fair, I think they're doing it the right way.
Take care, Dale. Good to see you, buddy. We will see you hopefully on Friday.
I'll be back in just a second.
No worries. With energy drinks, I know you drink a lot, don't you?
I used to drink, no word of a lie, I used to have 4 Relentless a day. 4. Which, yeah, I know now it's a freaking excessive amount. And now through the week I don't have any. Unless I've had little legs bloody screaming house down. Then I'll probably have one while I'm driving. While I'm working. But now, in regards to gaming, not so much. I had, obviously when I did 24 hours, I think I had 3, maybe 4 throughout that 24 hours just to keep me going. But I could feel it because the Sunday I crashed and burned. Well and truly, I'm a massive fan of energy drinks, but they're no good for you. It's same like for me, it's like with smoking. I knew it wasn't good for me, but I still did it.
Yeah, you see, I'm a bit off and on with energy drinks. I will go months and not have one, and then a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I went to the local cash and carry and picked a crate of them up. And literally, Lindsay and I destroyed 2 cases.
Really?
2 cases of that stuff in a week and a bit, 2 weeks.
Wow. Excuse me.
But I said to Lindsay the other morning that I was getting withdrawal from caffeine because I'd been drinking all these energy drinks. I perhaps have an energy drink, maybe 2 a day. I'd have the coffee that I had at work, but in the morning, because I don't drink coffee until I get to work. I don't have one at home before I go. In the car on the way to work and on my way home from work, my body was like, I felt like a smackhead
You're crashing.
I didn't know.
You're crashing.
I didn't know what I wanted. I did not know what I wanted. I put it down to the caffeine, so I cut down on the caffeine. Stop the caffeine, and I've been all right since. But I'm positive it was the amount of caffeine that I was banging into my body.
The one thing I hate from caffeine withdrawal, and it's the headaches, the pure, intense headaches.
It's the worst.
It was awful, and I didn't realise. I kept saying to Deanna, I was saying, my head's absolutely killing. She was like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. I feel like shit. Like I genuinely felt drained and just horrible. It was like having a cold without like the snotty nose, really."
Yeah.
And like
it was like
proper intense headache and strain. I tell you what, just go off caffeine, just go off energy drinks for a while. I went, all right then. So, and I kicked them completely for about a month, and I did really well, and I felt great. And then, fuck knows why, I started straight. I thought, I'll pick one up on my way home because I was knackered. And I had one, and my God, did I feel bad next day. It was like I'd been out on piss all night with lads. Mate, I don't drink alcohol anymore anyway, but that's what it reminded me of. I crashed and burned.
You see, for me, I don't particularly like the taste of the taurine. I'm not a massive fan of taurine, but the only one I drink is the Mango Loco.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Why doesn't someone just release a drink that tastes of that? Because it doesn't overly taste of taurine.
They do. It's Rubicon.
Yeah.
But it's not as thick. This
No,
Mango Loco
I know what
is
you mean.
it's almost chewy. It's that thick.
Yeah.
I used to have a proper Red Bull addiction when I was touring. I'd do at least 12 cans a day. And I decided to give it up. And I couldn't get out of bed for 3 days. I really felt shit. And that was the next day. This wasn't like 2 weeks later. That's like the next day from waking up and having a Red Bull. And at the time I was smoking. Having a Red Bull and a cigarette was like my morning thing. To then not do that, I fucking died. Because it's not just it's your vitamin. It's not just the caffeine you're addicted to. It's the taurine and the vitamin B. If you stop getting those, your body just thinks it's dying.
Yeah.
So, from moving on from Relentless, because I drunk fucking loads, I moved on to that, which is like a supplement powder, like a protein shake. But it's zero sugar, complete zero sugar. But it's all it is a powder.
Take care, Nightwork. Good to see you, buddy.
Trying to grab some at the bottom of here.
But it's caffeine, yeah.
Oh yeah. See it, bottom of there. It's literally just a powder, like a supplement that you mix in a shaker. So just like a protein shake, but I don't feel like shit. You don't crash and burn. It's nothing. It's supposed to be like full with minerals and whatever, but it's still packed with caffeine. It's even got a warning on it to not exceed 2 doses a day.
Yeah.
How many milligrams of caffeine is in per serving?
I shall tell you in a momento.
So they hide it well.
Due to some various recent health issues, I've actually given up all caffeine completely. And the first week and a half, because I used to drink a lot of Diet Coke, drink a lot of caffeinated coffee. The first week and a half afterwards, I felt sluggish as fuck. Not as bad as when I stopped drinking Red Bull, but sluggish as fuck. Now I'm actually not having any caffeine. I get a lot of, like, if I have to have an energy drink, I have E-Cig because there's no caffeine in it. It's giving you glucose-based energy. Not as much as it used to, but whatever. And actually, I'm sleeping better. I'm less irritable generally. I don't crash at any point during the day. I just feel amazing for not having caffeine. Or alcohol. I mean, I haven't drunk for years, but, you know.
So per 300ml serving, which is a half of one of them shakers, it's 150 milligram of caffeine.
What? That's a lot.
Bastard.
And then serving suggestion: add 1 level scoop of which is 10 grams. So it's what, 15%? So 1 scoop's 15% caffeine.
That's insane.
Is that right?
So what? 1 scoop's 300 milligrams.
No, 1 scoop is 10 grams. So 150 milligrams, is that that's 15%? Is that right?
Yeah. Because in a can of Red Bull, it's
right.
32 milligrams per
Can.
Or per 500 mil, I think.
Right, so that's 15% caffeine per scoop. Shake and enjoy. We recommend 1 serving of Sneak before or during gaming. Do not exceed 2 servings of Sneak daily.
Yeah, because you give yourself a heart attack.
So, I mean, there's so many brands of this out there. This is just one of them, but there's like G Fuel, X Gamer, Razor. Oh, I can never remember the other one. Not so you'll know. It's Razor Wire or something like that. But yeah, there's more and more of these coming onto the market. A lot more.
Yeah. And I mean, have you ever looked in the energy drink section of a supermarket and just seen how many varieties of things like Rockstar and Monster and shit like that is? And they're having a go at vaping for looking like it's attractive to kids. I mean, you literally called this thing fucking Rockstar. Like, at least Red Bull kept their packaging simple and clean.
Yeah, but the adverts were a bit iffy.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there was that whole thing of Red Bull gives you wings, wasn't there?
It still is.
Yeah,
it's still a thing.
It got thrown out because it's basically just fucking common sense. But I mean, like Mick Blizz has just said, surely if you ate sensibly and healthily and slept properly, there'd be no need for all this caffeine stuff. And I've been trying to do that more in the last 6 weeks than I ever have in my entire life. And believe me, I feel amazing for it. Sleep, I could probably do with more of, but the eating healthily, no caffeine thing, yeah, 100%. How are you finding that, Sneak?
Great, absolutely great. It's supposed to, keep you focused. And I mean, the way that you see me play games, you wouldn't have thought it, but no, it's it's decent. That's what pulled me through, like the 24-hour fully. That was like the last stretch. That's what really pulled me through. But then it was the energy drinks that made me crash and burn.
Yeah.
But that's because but it was the caffeine with the sugar.
That's it. Nowadays, you just used to buy amphetamine.
Right, Oggie's just said, I can drink a can of Monster before bed, drink half of it and go to sleep. Then if I wake up in the night, drink some more and go straight back to sleep. Oggie, you will die at 40. Diddy says, I work 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week with about 5 hours kip, and I've never needed any of that shit. Well, that does explain quite a lot, Diddy, to be honest with you. Yeah. It's interesting to see people's opinions on things like energy drinks because it's a direct parallel to nicotine. I mean, out of you two guys and chat, how many of you guys go to bed, take your vape with you, and the last thing you do before you go to sleep is have a puff?
I don't take it to bed with me, but it's in the next room.
Right. See, I tend to go to bed, watch a bit of YouTube, so I'm there puffing away, and then I'll go to sleep. Is it also the first thing you do when you get up?
No.
First thing I grab.
It's not the first thing I grab.
apart from a tackle, yeah.
No, you see, I'm not that bad with vaping nor cigarettes. I never used to smoke before I left the house.
I couldn't wait. When I first woke up in the morning, I couldn't wait for that first cig in the morning.
Yeah.
Didn't bother me.
Same with after eating.
My first cig, I wasn't even out of bed when I had my first cigarette of the morning.
I used to be like that.
See, I wasn't able to smoke it now, so that was a big no-no.
I used to have an ashtray at the side of the bed.
See, if you look at chat, they're all like that. Vape before bed, but don't take it to bed. Yep, and yep, defo. Normally spill it all over my pillows. That's not what I tend to spill over my pillows. Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you spill over your pillows? You drool?
Your mum's juice.
Oh, did she make you some OJ before you go to bed?
Yeah, she's lovely.
Right. I think we've been talking about energy drinks for the past 20 minutes.
Teach you, cunt.
It's an interesting. Like I said, I think it's an interesting parallel, and
I think that's I think we should revisit that at a later date. Definitely.
What, Cassie's mum?
That's a bit mean. She's already had enough.
That's a weekend.
Oh,
I'll see you back. I'll see you there. We'll give Tolt high five. Yeah, high five spit roast.
which end you taking? Anyway,
I like a good gobble.
Friday. Keep it for Friday.
fuck the caffeine. What I want from a fizzy drink is sugar these days. And Jamie Poxy Oliver has made me pay more for it. The cunt.
The coont.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to get started on Jamie Oliver because I can't have to take a Twizzlers. What a prick. Right, what's next?
I wrote fuck all in the main features, to be honest with you. However, I do think it is time for Jono's big question.
Can we talk about the new sexy thing? Because I like what's his face to be here.
Oh yeah, sure.
For the
Yeah, sure. You got a picture up for it?
I'm not. I'm hunting through the chat that I sent last night.
To be honest, I think this one might exceed Rolf.
Oh no.
So, has anyone seen the new product?
There is a brand new spanking looking product, isn't there?
I can't find it in chat. Where's it going?
Badger, I cried the day they banned them. Literally cried. Take a Twizzlers.
God. It was just eyelids and bumholes, wasn't it?
But they were good.
When did I send this?
It's like this morning, I think, or last night.
I was first. Yeah, got it.
Andrew just said the bubbles clear my throat. I just want to make sure. Are you on about energy drinks or Cass's mum's juice?
And on that note, have we seen the?
Oh, I really like it.
Sexy new leak. The sexy new leak. So Aspire and Tayfun have gone side by side.
I've just messed everything up, haven't I?
You have, totally.
I'm so sorry.
Just stay there and don't move.
Oh,
Fuck's sake,
okay.
Chandler.
I've actually found a page on this on a German website.
You've been looking at German websites?
Yeah, your mum was there.
Okay.
Aspire and Tayfun join forces. Smokers or Tayfun join forces with Aspire for the new Nautilus GT, designed by Tayfun, manufactured by Aspire in China. Samples were built exceptionally good. Available in 5 colours: stainless steel, 24 karat gold plated, rose gold, gunmetal, black DLC coated. Available in 24 and 22mm diameter, apparently. It has a smooth mouth to lung to restrictive direct lung draw, and we all know that the Nautilus coils were very, very good and widely available. Release date worldwide 31st of the 1st, 2020.
Has anyone else noticed, and I'm so glad that there's no fucking rainbow colour?
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I've got a few more features here to add on to what you've just said, Mark. The Aspire Nautilus GT features an AFC that snaps into place at predefined points, very similar to the Nautilus Mini. Or it says here, similar to the Tyran GTR, making it extremely easy to adjust the draft control. I did translate this page from German, so bear with. New to the Nautilus is now that the air is led directly through the hole to the coil. The large liquid collection basin of the predecessors under the coil belongs to the past with the Nautilus GT. Compression of the selection hole now remains until the coil and provides the feeling of sustainable steam. This does not read well. Yeah, there we go. Airflow.
Black is my colour. Definitely.
One thing I want to know is they mention the coils. I'm hoping that they're going to be rebuildable.
Remember to set in a bounds.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hide him under. There we go. There we go. I'm just hoping that it's going to be rebuildable. If it's going to be I'd expect it to be.
It'd be a good feature.
You would think with a Nautilus, or they'd have an RBA option.
I think they'd shoot themselves in the foot if it wasn't Nautilus coil compatible, because, like you said, they're widely available everywhere. Mark, you need to put the overlay in front of the cameras.
I know. I'm trying.
Sorry.
I mean, to me, or does anybody else, does it look like a mini aeromizer?
Yeah.
Don't it? Airflow, everything.
Yeah, it does. I kind of like the knurled top to it and the knurled base. And finally, that might allow some grip when you're trying to undo it to change the coils. It looks like a really simple design.
I'm really liking it.
And that just the little simplistic touch of the image I've got up here has got an Ultim drip tip. That looks classy. It's just simple, no bollocks. The thing is, and this is the question I asked you guys, is it going to be Tayfun prices or is it going to be Aspire prices?
Can you submit links to what you're looking at?
Yeah, you will have to Google Translate it though.
I'm not bothered about translating it. I can't give a shit. Just want to look at it, pictures.
Oh, wait a sec. I just almost screen shared and screwed everything Mike was doing up.
I would expect it to be probably halfway between an Aspire and a Tayfun.
Do you think it's
not even halfway? I think it's going to be more expensive than an Aspire, but not as expensive as a Tayfun.
Oh, do you think they could call it the Norte?
The Norte fun.
Norte, but fun.
The EVL tank takes Nautilus coils, apparently.
Mate, that is a mini aeromizer.
You can now get an evil tank that takes Nautilus coils. It's an expensive Nautilus, though, isn't it? Really.
But go on, Mark. Sorry, you were going to say something.
No, I was just catching up on chat.
Does this herald a new age for Aspire, where they're moving slowly into that higher end market, or are we trying to bring high end design into the mainstream? This is the question. What do we think?
Or maybe the collaboration market. Because as far as I'm aware, I don't think Aspire have actually collaborated yet.
Well, one thing I'm happy about is that
they have once.
One thing I'm happy about is they've not put a YouTuber's name behind it.
Yeah.
As long as it's less than 50 quid, I think it'll be below 50 quid. I think it's going to fall into the 30, 35, in my opinion. Yeah,
I think so. They've done one collaboration before, and that was with Element. With the Gusto, yeah. What were you going to say, Chandler?
I was going to say, because obviously you're not going to get either Aspire are making it or Tayfun are making it, and you're not going to have. Yeah, Aspire's making it, so presumably Tayfun have designed it for them to have their name on it.
That's right,
yeah. So
if it takes Nautilus coils, I will buy one, because I'm looking for a decent Nautilus coil tank that isn't the Nautilus Mini.
If it's rebuildable, I'll buy it. If it takes coils, I won't.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, I love the Tayfun. They just ain't cheap, are they?
No,
never happened.
I think we can say that we're all impressed. So far.
Very much so.
No, really like
because no one knows how much it's going to be yet, though, do we?
I'm going to try and have a look. Bear with. Let's do some digging.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not slagging off the Aspire coils. The 0.7 Aspire coils were spot on. 1.8s, they're all right. Not so great, but they are good. They are good. I wouldn't.
I was going to say, did you ever try the 0.4 mesh?
No.
You'd like them, I think.
No. No, I wouldn't. I can assure you I wouldn't.
I think that one of them. I think it one of them moments, Mark. No.
No.
If anyone wants the link to the page I've been looking at, I'll stick it in chat. You will have to get Google to translate it because it is in German. But
Ja, das ist gut.
Ja, das ist nicht in Ordnung.
All right.
Of course you speak German. Of course you do.
Ja, ich kann Deutsch sprechen.
So, a German who can play the didgeridoo. I'm enlightened.
I'm not actually German. I just want to get that out there. You know.
You sure?
Not that there's. Else. Not that. Oh, I've had a bit of. Anyway, no, we won't go into that. But yeah, you know.
We all know what you've had a bit of.
Oh yeah.
Right. Big question.
Uh-oh.
Big question.
I've actually gone for something a bit more serious tonight, and it probably will. I mean, I know Mark's going to either be stumped or go off on a tangent, and I'm going to go for option 2. Right. So, what experiment would you go through to prove that vaping works?
I don't need to. I know it works. The UK has proved it.
But I mean, you're proving to right. So you're in a meeting with Donald Trump and say, right, I will. If you can prove to me that you can show that vaping can save lives, go.
I would swim. I'd hand him a mech, get him to vape, and then cut his lungs out.
right,
you won't. You'd whack out your black mamba and beat him until he fucking give in.
Right, so go on, Mark. Sorry.
I was going to say I'd take my kangaroo claw and slap him.
Yeah, I just show him that bell cap experiment. That seems to be the best visual experiment I've seen comparing vaping and smoking. You know the one I mean, don't you? The two giant bell jars.
Yeah.
I didn't mean bell caps. I meant bell jars.
Mm-hmm.
But if he wanted to cut me open and squeeze out my lungs, or I'd set one for the team.
That's taking a big one for the team. To be fair,
my idea is slightly darker.
Okay.
I'd find 2 twins, both the same age, around 14 years old. I'd make them smoke for 20 years. After 20 years, I'd give one of them a vape and the other one continue smoking. When they die of whatever cause they die of, I'd then cut their lungs out and see the comparison. Then show it to someone who's in a position of power to do anything.
Should we use these children?
Yeah. Are they twins of 13, 14? The sort of age we all started smoking.
Chandler, could you have a look through your selection in your basement, see if you've got any twins?
Yeah, I might find a couple.
A couple of twins? God, I'm going to start calling you Joseph Mengele in a minute.
To be fair, I haven't got a basement.
No, Joseph Mengele. If you don't know that reference, then it's not funny. If you do, I'm hilarious.
That was the guy who kept his family in the basement, wasn't it?
No, that's Josef Fritzl. Josef Mengele was the angel of death. He was the lead doctor at Auschwitz, but he took a very, very specific interest in twins because he always had a control group when he was doing human experiments. Anyway.
Simple. Just get the London Fire Brigade stats that death from smoking-related house fires has fallen as vaping has grown. Yeah, I'm not going to go with that. I never had a fire. I never had a fire whilst I smoked.
Yeah, but fire wouldn't have been a smoking-related fire, would it? It wouldn't have gone on the stats as smoking-related, would it?
There was lots of smoke.
It could have been a vaping-related death.
It could have been. Jesus, the first in the UK, and it's your fault.
No, I didn't die. I didn't die.
This is coming from the gentleman who blew his own mech up.
I know, you fucking hypocrite.
I didn't blow the mech up. I just
vented the battery.
Yes. Well, the battery didn't even vent either. It just overheated. Me exploding batteries has been greatly exaggerated.
Yeah.
Although I did do it twice with 2 different eggs.
Glutton for punishment.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it so much the first time. I thought I'd try it again.
Fat people are fat because of forks.
Yeah,
Ban forks.
Abolish forks. Yeah, ban forks, and we'll be fine.
What about the people? What about the people who eat salad with a fork? How are you going to explain that one?
Oh.
Is that your THC?
People who eat salads with a fork.
I'm going to say fat people use their hands. Fuck forks.
I literally just.
I eat like a fucking caveman.
When you beat your food to death before you eat it.
Yeah. I would like. I mean, it's not really an experiment per se, but I would love to take Trump and sit him down in a vape shop for a week and just see and ask every person who walked through the door, why have you quit smoking?
Badger, shut up.
See,
why did you start vaping? And let him fucking talk to him.
He still wouldn't fucking listen.
Well, no, because he's an egotistical pig. But
egotistical.
I know a big word for me. From up north.
What pig?
Yeah.
No, you know what happened with my venting experience. I actually shared the CCTV footage of me.
I have not seen this.
It was Martin. I blame Martin.
CCTV.
I love that from Dale.
CCTV footage. I don't remember this. Was I on at that point?
I guess not. From that response.
Yeah, I don't remember CCTV footage.
Badger, go back.
Which episode is it?
Yeah.
No, I like Dave Sporks are overweight forks. Well, they're not sporks anymore. They're foons.
They're foons.
That's so much funnier with a Yorkshire accent.
Foon.
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 Have any of you seen the new Toy Story?
Mm-hmm.
Not
no, and I'm dying to see it.
Right, so we in one of the villages where we live, they do a scarecrow competition.
Oh, do they?
And this year, they had to. It was all related to films. So there was oh fucking hell, Dirty Dancing. There was James Bond parked in his Aston Martin. There were all sorts, really, really good. And outside my daughter's school was this, how can I put it? Mongoloid 4. Right? There's no
Mongoloid 4.
Can we say Mongoloid anymore?
But it was mongolated. It was this. I'm gonna find him.
Are we talking about special Mongoloid or Mongolian?
I don't know what you're talking about now. So this is it. This is actually it. So
Oh my god!
So I'm like,
Have you found it on Tinterweb?
Darcy,
I think I'm going to lose it here.
my daughter was like, "Yeah, Daddy, we made that at school today." And I'm like, what have you made?
Was it supposed to be the spork out of? Yeah, it's supposed to be the spork out of Toy Story 4.
Right. Yeah, but I want to know what the actual scarecrow was.
It looked like that. This thing was like stood in the school. Hang on, let me have the image.
Was it? I take it was a giant one.
Like...
It wasn't a titchy one.
At the front of the school like that. And I said,
Someone clip that.
I said to my daughter, I said, Darcy, what is that? And she was like, Forky. I'm like, I beg your pardon. And she's like, Forky. I'm like, what the bloody hell's Forky? Anyway, we have now since seen the film, and who said who's seen it?
I have.
And every time he runs to the bin, I just cry. Because that is where it fucking belongs.
Trash, not toy. Trash, not toy.
This thing. fucking thing studied in that.
Thank you, Oggy.
I don't know what's worse, Matt calling it a mongoloid fork, or the fact that he's taking the piss out of one of his daughter's creations. And she's how old, Mark?
4, but she's old enough to know better.
Oh, poor lass. 4?
If she can re-wick my RDA, she can build a fucking scarecrow.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Oh,
I'm not
my
sure
Lord.
where that came from. That came from the whole spoon fork. Yes, meat.
Spork. Yeah.
Forky or whatever it's called.
Boom. Boony.
Bless her. You've got to watch the film though. The beginning
Get in the
of the
bin.
film is, no, the beginning of the film is good. But then
We just lost
But then it goes downhill, does it?
it goes downhill, and the ending is just like, eh.
But you've got to admit that Plush Rush is the single best thing they've ever done. Without spoilers. The Plush Rush with Ducky and Bunny.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Shut up!
That doesn't...
Ducky and Bunny.
James Sniper, thank you very much for your follow, buddy. Appreciate that. I built my entire career on making shit like that. You see, my teaching career was with normal children. No, that was unfair.
You mean your teaching career was with older children?
Yeah, older children. So anything that I made consisted of showing hit the heart at the top, Dave, or hit subscribe if you have an Amazon Prime account. So mine was a case of building topologies with string. So we'd show how we pass, you've got a ring network, a star network, a mesh, a bus, and we'd pass envelopes around to show how data passed around the network. That was about as far as I went in making stuff. I certainly didn't make a spasticated fork.
Spasticated.
John Orr, you said
Yeah.
you had a second question.
No, I didn't.
I thought you said you had a second option.
No, I said I've picked a serious one for this evening.
Oh.
I'm sure he said he'd move on to number 2.
Yeah.
I think he's backtracking now.
I'm not
I
bad.
think he said he needed a number 2. Is that different?
If I do, it's what you're talking because it's pure shit.
Yeah, Chandler, you missed the savage brutalising I got just before the show.
Shut up, Cass.
There we go.
Why did you get a savage brutalising?
Because
What
he
did you
fucking
do?
deserves it. That's why.
Just Jono's tampon fell out and he couldn't find it.
Shut up. You've got sand in your vagina.
Martin, are you from up north?
No, Martin is from New York, which is very unfortunate. Martin did actually tell me earlier, just as we started the show, says that his fiance has cleaned out his tank. It's a Nautilus X, I think, with the E-Leaf, and he just said I need to stock up because it's only 10 days until he can get flavours.
But we can still come in the country for you. You've got enough in the UK. We can look after you. Just befriend someone in the UK. We'll make. You could buy out of state. He could buy out of state.
We need to set up like some kind of charity that sends lifeline packs. We could send.
What you mean, like Red Cross?
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We need to hire a plane, fly over New York, and air dump a load of crates of just flavoured. Yeah, airdrop them, flavoured e-liquid, or just little 60ml bottles with their own little parachute. Chuck them out the airplane window as you fly across.
What happens when the kids start picking them up?
We want to make sure there is a huge label on the bottle saying "Kids, fuck off."
I don't believe we can order it after the band. So what we'll do is we'll get a teddy bear, right? And we'll unstitch the teddy bear. In fact, John, what we'll do is we'll get John, right? And we'll unstitch John and we'll hide like a proper cocaine exercise. We'll hide coils along the stitching. Perfect.
Coils are fine. It's the bottles we need to get in.
Can't we just do it like any normal like drug dealer and just stick it up someone's ass?
It sounds like Jono's volunteering for that one.
How many 60 mils can you fit on your bum?
Register cross parcels. I love that, Mick. Beautiful.
That is, to be fair, yeah. Yeah, it's just flavoured vape juice. Only tobacco flavours will be legal.
What I want to know is customs going to be tasting and smelling everything that comes in? Because everything that I sell will come over with a tobacco label on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, red tobacco, blue tobacco. Because obviously you've got your different...
red and blue tobacco.
You've got like Marlboro Red, you've got Marlboro Blue. You know, we could have a red tobacco, a blue tobacco. We could have a pink tobacco.
Martin, don't worry your pretty little head. We'll sort you out. Don't worry.
There you go, Dad.
Oh dear.
Chandler, have you found any goodies on Instagram?
I've got last week's goodies from Instagram.
Yeah, we didn't do it, did we?
Which is even more fun.
World. We do need to get Bob involved.
What's that? Vape the world.
Vape the world.
Vape the world.
Can we call it vape? Can we call it Vape Aid?
Vape Aid.
You know what? I'm actually writing that down. I am actually writing that down.
Right, I got to be right. Vape Aid, or I don't think we could call it banned vape. I think that's just hitting a crosshairs there.
Yeah. Apparently, Dale can fit 3 60ml bottles up his bum. So there we go. We now know how many he can get across the border.
Virgin.
Okay. What about 120s?
I could do 10. That is 120s. 10.
Yeah, but if they're your bottles, Chandler, you ain't getting none up there.
What these? I mean, these could be amusing, couldn't they?
If you've got a front bottom, like many females do, then maybe.
I don't know why you found that absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Ladies, front bottom.
Still not sure if that'd fit up a front bottom either, to be fair.
Cass can't even get a 10ml bottle up because he's tighter than a nun's twat.
Cass, is your knob that shape? That's what I'm worried about.
Why would it be that shape?
Well, if you think that that's gonna fit up there.
I was talking about front bottoms, as in vaginas.
We'll angle it.
That's what I mean.
Oi. Do you guys watch videos?
Do we watch videos?
Cass.
I've never seen a video
Cass,
in my life.
Do you watch videos?
Videos?
Well, those cassette things that you put into a machine.
Oh, here we go. Is this a pedo group?
Ask the guy called Rolf Harris.
Isn't it about time? Haven't we got to the point where we can put that back?
No.
Back,
mate.
Back.
We're going to put it back, mate.
Truth, mate. Talking of which, right? Any of you talking of watching things? Have you seen The Boys on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Mate, this is Friday chatter.
Is this Friday chatter? Shall I save it for Friday?
Well, if you're gonna show up, then yeah.
Yeah, for crying out loud. All right, okay, we'll save that for Friday, shall we?
And for you to be watching a show called The Boys, I'm keeping an open mind.
Right. Do we still have an American in the room?
Yeah, we've got Martin. Oh, and Zar, actually.
And Andrew.
Oh, so good evening. We missed that. Can somebody please educate American? Oh, it's American. Can someone educate?
American.
I've just got that. Can someone please educate the guy in chat who wants to know what us guys think about kids dying due to vapes?
It's not actually dying due to vapes. It's the illegal THC cartridges.
Let our advocacy team deal with.
Sorry, I went into autopilot.
Let our advocacy team deal with There we go. There we go. There we go.
Andrew,
We can trust that team.
I think Guildfly got it. Guildfly got it in one word.
I think you're being a bit harsh. I think he just wants to know.
You see, the problem is you've been mind washed by your amazing government. You've been brainwashed by. You've just been brainwashed
by the media, basically.
Yeah,
mainly.
Anyway,
it's American. You've been excused. You've been dismissed.
Yeah, I did ban that other guy though.
I'll let him play. Let him play.
Yeah, he's been fine.
Well,
bring him back.
The guy that asked if we were a pedo group.
Yeah.
All right, we'll bring him back. Let's see if he actually comes back. I don't want to accidentally ban Tony. That wouldn't be great. All right, let's unban him.
Could be fun though.
Zad, how you doing, dude?
Right, Chandler, Instagrammage, the adventures of.
This is going to be mildly amusing because I can't. Oh, hang on. Let me just. I've just realised it's still set up at somewhere else. Give me 2 seconds, and I will get rid of that one. There we go.
Listen, we Americans know our government lies to us. They've got aliens over there in that there Nevada desert. They do. That's actually a good point. How many people actually got arrested from storming Area 51?
I think they just kind of let them have it, didn't they?
Hang on. What happened to Diddy? What happened?
He said, about time I had a timeout, I reckon, so I timed him out.
Love it.
And then
I timed Diddy out because he asked for it. Okay. Oh, I don't know.
God, right. I feel really proud.
Do you?
That chat is educating.
Yeah, this is advocacy.
Advocacy.
Like it. We don't need to do it. We can, everybody knows. We just need to spread the word that it just wasn't the vapes. It was the THC botched job cartridges.
Aww.
Hey, little legs.
Hello.
See ya.
It's bedtime.
He looks happier than his dad.
I love the romper suit. That is cool. Are you training him? Are you training him for future life? I mean, with the
to keep away from you.
Jail suit. Yeah.
The jail suit.
Okay.
Night, mummy.
Catch.
That's good night.
I love it. Just chuck the baby over this way. Whee!
Oh dear.
Yeah,
right.
that's my little legs.
Oh, bless him. All good.
He already kicks Jono, but at Royal.
Michael, be careful. Right, so what have we got? Twisted Messers 24 Pro.
The max out Rolf over there.
Is that I was going to say name the RDA because I wasn't sure which one it was.
Twisted Messers 24 Pro.
I'm suitably impressed there, Jono. Hats off to you, mate. It was just a nice clean coil, so I love the photography on that. You can even see
it's a staggered frame staple.
Yeah, but
you can also see the cracks in the rubber.
That was exactly what I was going to say. You can see the cracks in the rubber from where the rubber was, this is a used tank. This isn't just set up for a photo shoot or a promo, is it?
Yeah, that's it's a staggered frame staple, like gaps in it.
Yeah,
it's cool. I just thought that was nice and clean. So
I really like them coils. Fucking twat to do, but yeah, they are nice.
Dave, painted posts, get in the bin.
And a similar one, again, in a dot mod, single coil, beautiful, clean coil build.
Hang on. What's going on?
What's going?
Oh, that's an insulator. I thought that was a leg.
I know it's not. It is. It's a.
I was right. How's that work?
Yeah, because there's only one connector on the left, and yet the coil comes back again. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's an escalator. Yeah.
Oh dear.
But
again,
no,
another-
agreed,
another-
nice and clean.
Tidy.
These.
Tidy that is, boy.
Aye, and again, builds you could wake. Which
Yeah,
are-
what-
Waterhead. Good evening. Good to see you, buddy.
Who's starting to come in?
Better late than never, I suppose.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know.
Sounds like Chandler.
Oh,
thank you. All right.
You couldn't see everyone's face when I said, "Oh, Chandler is."
I'm waiting for it to roll down his face. But I have to work and provide for my family.
Sorry, Chandler.
It's all right. Oh, okay. New product. I got a new product. You want to see the new product?
go on.
An Aegis Squonker.
Right, before you get in on this too quickly, did anyone catch the video of how you take the bottle out?
Yes, I did.
No.
We did. Didn't we feature this on the show?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
About you got to undo like 6 screws just to get the bottle out.
No way. Really?
No, didn't we cover it? Because it had different. It had different colour. What's it called? Not handles.
Handles.
Oh,
Pick it up like a mug.
Wasn't that the Aegis, the one with the Mahusive screen on the front that you were saying that's got the different coloured whatchamacallits down the side?
Yeah.
panels, interchangeable panels. Thank you. Not fucking handle. Don't know where that came from.
It is top fill.
It is. You don't have to take the bottle out often, but to do it, you see the 2 screws
That
either
bit.
side of Geek Vape.
Yep.
Those have got to come undone. There's 2 screws in the bottom and 2 screws in the top.
But it's a proprietary. But it's a proprietary tank, isn't it? A bottle. You're not expected to have to take it out on a regular basis because you can fill up the bottle from. If you look at I'm trying to point at the screen and you can't see, but next to the 510, that bit opens up to fill up the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't. So it's not like you're gonna have to keep. It's not like you have to take the bottle out to fill it. So you could just leave the bottle where it is. I'm still pointing at the screen. Yeah, that doesn't help. I know.
Does your mouse
Just there.
does your mouse hover over it?
My mouse does hover over it, but you can't see the mouse, can you?
Dave, I'm going to let you press the button on the stream deck. Press the. Oh no, my cable ain't long enough. Press the bin button. Bin button's right just there. Ready? There we go. Right in the bin.
Get in the pin.
All right, next one. Are you ready for this? I think this is an automatic straight in the bin. How's that?
Full screen Chandler. I'm not offended. It's a unicorn poo, isn't
Colourful.
It's a unicorn. A unicorn. So you buy a nice. You'd spend a fortune on a billet box, and then you make it look like it's been shat out by a My Little Pony.
I'm a bit disappointed they didn't make the button a donut though.
The button could have been a donut.
I like
Well,
it.
yeah,
I'm not
that's
offended
true.
by it. I've got to be honest. Excuse me.
I mean,
I wasn't.
For the female, I think it'd be quite pleasant. But looking by them hands, bearded
Look
vapor.
at bearded vapor. Yeah.
I like it.
It's a little bit
It's
too
snazzy.
kiddie friendly for me.
True. My daughter would love that because it's got really corns on it. But that is the.
Yeah.
Dave just said
Yeah,
that's the ultimate
it's-
in elitism. Yes, you're right.
That's one for
Right.
JB.
No, okay, right. The reason I put this one up is right. The post, as you can read at the bottom, it says she's soaking up this full moon energy. Look,
During the
seriously,
day.
has that photograph been taken in the full moon? No. What is she, moonbathing? No.
If she were bent over, maybe.
Oh, easy.
Just saying.
But there you go. And again, pod system. You know, they're trying to make these pod systems look appealing. So I don't know what a pod system and full moon and what have you. No idea.
I agree, Matt. Get in the bin.
Yeah. Right. Next one. Oh, I love the. Yeah. This. Okay. This was.
She
from
might
last
be
week.
eating Jaffa cakes.
Oh, hang on. There you go, Chandler.
There you go, Chandler.
What's what? There you go. The new iPhone 11. That can just get in a bit. Fuck off with that. Freaks me out.
FA that can also be sparked by crumpets and pancakes.
Yeah. The trypophobia. Apparently, people are getting all freaked out by the new camera on the iPhone iPhone 11 Pro.
Just Google trypophobia and see some of the messed up stuff that's on there. It's hilarious.
Turtle.
Oh yeah,
I'm a turtle.
So,
okay. Yes, that's probably a bedtime.
Right. Okie dokie. And how many candles do you need to have in any given room?
Where are the candles?
They're ornaments.
Hang on.
Back
Is
left.
it me, or has
There you
she
go.
got a giant RTA on her?
Absolutely. I mean, look at the drip tip on that. That is an awesome drip tip, isn't it?
I'm seeing many. I'm not right keen on candles, but I'm loving the lamps.
Guys, let's just take a moment.
Yeah.
Just to appreciate.
Just to appreciate
To appreciate the candles.
the lamp.
Right.
What's she?
And on to the next one.
Out the window. Maybe.
I think she's a nosy neighbour.
Could be.
I think she's a nosy neighbour. There's a guy driving past, she's thinking, "What the fuck's he looking at?"
She's got some belly button fluff hanging out. Oh,
possibly.
yeah. Look at that.
That's just disgraceful. I mean, you know, take care of
Dale's
yourself.
tried to work.
Bloody hell.
Sorry, Dale.
Right, there you go. Well, in that case, have you seen this?
Yes.
There you go.
Looks like
It's all right
looks
there.
like your next house fire, Chandler.
Awesome. Available on Steam Line. No, the main reason I put these up because these are incredibly similar to the
Have you seen the comment
IMO.
that come up when Jono added the word cunt? A cunt.
I denied that.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I overrule you, so fuck you.
What is it? It is a 18350.
18350 mech tube. So absolutely titchy.
The 18650 of this is also tiny as well, but it fires like I've never. Like.
Do you think it's not the is it N Quadro mods?
Yeah.
The IMO, because this isn't it. It's very, very similar. So my question was: is it a clone? Is it not a clone? Or is this just a slightly different design?
No, it's a miniature version of the 18650 one.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, I quite liked it and thought it looks like quite a cool little cool device. It comes in all sorts of fancy colours. I was looking, thinking I just want a plain stainless steel one, and they don't actually. They do all these fancy gunmetal, black, gloss colours. I'm like, I just want a stainless steel one.
Marsky's joined us. Good evening, sir. Tap O in the morning. Looks like a clone. OG Baby Killer out before, in my opinion. I'm not.
Very similar to the.
I'm not a big fan. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, they're titchy. I like I like the feel of something substantial in my hands. To be fair, that's what I'm used to. Obviously.
Unlikely. Sorry, what?
Hang on. Before you go any further, does that look somewhat phallic?
Yeah.
With all the
Which?
veins
Yeah.
and.
So the one with the black RTA, I really like.
I know, isn't it nice? I don't know why the overhang.
I do really like it. It fucks with my head because of OCD and matchy. But no, I really like that.
Remember, is you will never, ever, 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 ever get your hands on one because look who it's made by.
So what does that mean? It's going to turn into a real boy.
That will go on a flipper's site, be sold for $4.5 grand, and
oh fuck that!
A normal person will never get to own that.
It would be cheaper to learn how to make one and then make one yourself.
Yeah. As pretty and as phallic as it is, you have not got a prayer of getting a Geppetto.
Yeah, you put a Christmas hat on it and it's going to go howdy ho.
Right, let's bin that, shall we?
All right.
I don't want to bin it. That actually looks nice.
I do like the look of it.
It looks great. Do you know what the RDA is on top? The RTA on top. What is that? Is that the dot mod?
It looks like I think it's called the Elite V3.
Because it's got the clear top cap. Well, it's got the Ultim top cap on there as well. Elite V3. Okay. Oh, an Elite. Yeah. Okay. It says Elite V3 at the bottom. Yeah, that would kind of give it away. All right. I'll look that up later. So. Oh, for fuck's sake! What's he doing in there? Right. Next. I know we had the mod last week that looked like a grenade pin. I think this is the juice that goes with it. Again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get in the fucking bin.
Yeah.
Sorry, DM's just got. I always mishear it. I always mishear it as chapati.
It's a chapati mod. I like that. Let's have a chapati mod.
Who makes senses?
6 licks.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that 6 licks?
That's 6 licks.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to send.
Bring that banner up.
I've got their marketing manager's email. I am going to send them a strongly worded email.
Well, I'll be honest with them. I'm not sure whether that. I don't think that's how their bottles are going to look. I think it's a Photoshop of their bottle.
Doesn't matter.
That product.
But even so,
adults like grenades too.
Oh.
Sorry, but anyone who knows me knows I'm not a fucking lover of these at all. I think it's disgraceful. There's better ways to do it than that.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
That's a picture from the 6 Licks Instagram, and it's in a normal bottle.
Okay. And there's
yeah, I think it's a Photoshop, but I mean,
there's no saying that 6 Licks released that photo.
No, they did. Yeah.
Well, shame on them. It's disgrace. Yeah, not happy with that one. Mind you, talking of Photoshops, that freaks me the shit out of me. Ice cream sandwich juice, and it's just like, no, it's all wrong.
What aren't you liking? The flavour or?
No, the freaky, melty, ice creamy hand thing. It's it makes my hand feel.
I quite like the creamy hand feel.
Yeah, it's original.
Yeah, all right, you and the creamy hands. I've heard stories about
that. Everyone thinks it's arousing. And you wouldn't have to think twice about licking it off.
No, this is true.
I quite like that.
Right. Right, next one. You ready? Right. Nice little hand shot. Vicious ant.
Why
Pair of glasses.
tampon?
And
Or a bullet.
I'm looking at that and thinking, what is that? Does that take an 18650?
I think it's a lipstick.
You think it's a lipstick?
I think it's a lipstick.
You're so naive, Kaz. You really are. Bless you.
Yeah, even Michael thinks it's a lipstick.
Hang on, but isn't Michael ginger as well?
Yeah, he is.
I rest my case.
What's confusing me about this is that it's supposed to be like, a car check or whatever. How the fuck's they going to vape it without an IDA or a tank?
It's a she.
Or she.
It's
Lisba.
No IDA, no tank. But yeah, she's got a lipstick. Says it all.
But
What's sorry, go
going
on
the top? The sunglasses?
Oh.
Well, the reflection.
No, what's going on the top? What are they vaping? Because that's going to be fucking useless.
Yeah. What do you say? What's your opinion on this vicious ant? Because I keep seeing these posts with these vicious ants.
I really like vicious ant.
And they're like 400 quid or something, aren't they?
I used to really like them.
I know Vicious Ant was a few years back. Vicious Ant was like, to have you if you'd got a Vicious Ant, it was the thing to have. Yeah.
UK E-Cig store used. No.
Yeah,
UK E-Cig store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, were they UK distro for them?
They were always out of stock though.
Yeah, I'm going to say you go on now and search Vicious Ant and they've got them all on offer, all on sale, but you can't get hold of one. Because they're all out of stock.
A few Phenoms kicking around, but
she is all about the bare Insta-Life, fam. She's
It's all about them EDCs.
turtle. Hang on, bigger picture. Let's zoom it in for who wants it, Andrew. There you go, Andrew.
There you go.
Turtle.
Right, and the last one I found.
I'm not sure why we use the turtle. What's the turtle?
I don't know.
I like it,
but it's interesting. I like it.
Let's give people shell shock.
Shell shock. Oh, why did I find that so amusing? Oh dear. And there we go. Last one. Now, is it me? Or is she about to drop that phone?
looks like it.
It's an iPhone, who cares?
Looks like it's been photoshopped into her hand.
It looks
because that's bigger than any iPhone.
Right, I know.
Well, no, it could be a plus.
I know exactly what that is. Right, that photo was taken for a mobile phone group called the Mobile Phone Shed, and she didn't observe the rule, so she photoshopped.
Of course.
The phone into her hand.
The phone.
Yeah.
That's what it was, yes. Because
Really?
she's obviously got to comply with Rule 4.
P.S. Who's the best Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo.
Nah, yeah. Just because he ate pizza.
Yeah.
Loved pizza and said cowabunga. Happy days.
You see, I did like Donatello because I did like a big stick. I'll rephrase that.
Leonardo's not getting much love then.
Leonardo was just a gobshite. He thought he was the leader, didn't he?
Yeah.
What have you called that? What? Okay, we've got to give the turtle a name.
Answers
Settle.
in chat. If anyone says something McSomething face, they're getting an immediate ban.
Right.
Can we call him Cecil?
Cecil. No, Cecil's a caterpillar.
Cecil is a caterpillar.
What about the irony? Can we call him Splinter?
Splinter. It's a rat. Bob.
There we go.
Bet, don't you? No, bring back Sar. Bring him back.
something.
Oh yeah. Do you want your new business
Larry.
name? Did he never gave us the business
do it in a
name?
second. Jimmy Parker. There we go. We've got Jimmy the Turtle. I have named it Jimmy. There we go. It's now as Jimmy on my stream deck.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
So now we've got Jimmy and Rolf back together in once more.
Freddy the Turtle.
Awesome.
I do like Terry the Turtle, but Terry's my father-in-law's name.
Do you like your father-in-law?
Fair, he does look a lot like that with a wrinkly neck and... Yeah, it's not far off, to be fair. Do we call it...
Oh, can't we call him Flash?
No. That's rubbish.
Why? Why's that rubbish?
See, to me, turtles always look like a tight-necked foreskin penis.
Call him Ron, after Ron Jeremy.
It doesn't look like Ron. Mr. Fox a lot. Right. We have to... I have to know then. My new company name then. I have got a name, to be fair.
I'm intrigued. Come on, Diddy, don't hold out on
Mark's
us.
McMark face.
Dave.
That was weak, Chandler.
I know, it was terrible. I was trying to think of a Summock face, and that was just poor.
Oh,
Yes.
he's gone all out and given it one of them like shit names. He's called it McDorlan.
Oh no, it's Jeff's Undeniably Unique Liquids. Great name, shit acronym.
Love
I
it.
enjoyed that.
Excellent, did he?
We'd
Like that
have
one.
to spell Jeff with a G because I wouldn't want to force any problems with the laws.
So
Yeah,
Geff.
true.
No.
Geff.
Yeah, you'll have no. It's like you, Mark. You're okay. Toys R Us have closed, so you're fine.
Yeah, because there's millions for Jeffrey all under one roof.
It's called Vapes R Us. Vapes R Us. Vapes R Us.
Vapes R Us. There we go. Vapes R Us. We're done.
Did
Oh,
Toys
right.
R Us go down the pan all around the world, or was it just the UK?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the world.
Everywhere.
Yeah, gone.
Such a
T-U-R-T-L-E
shame.
power. T-U-R-T-L-E power.
Oh.
Is it really?
Toys R Us. Oh.
In Malaysia. Oh right. Okay.
I do believe
I
I'm
can see,
so gonna have
I
to
can see
book a
businesses
flight to
booming
Malaysia.
over there.
Cassie's going to be confirming this information.
What? Toys
It's
R Us
okay.
Malaysia?
I will be booking a flight to Malaysia with Thomas Cook.
Do you know Thomas Cook was actually founded in Leicester? And we have
Yeah, he's not
we
wrong.
have a statue outside our train station of him sat there looking smug.
Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony.
Um,
All right, Mark, for an extra 10 points, who sang Turtle Power?
To you.
It was a rapper, wasn't
No,
it?
it was a group. It was
Yeah.
a group.
See, Mark's on the right
It
lines already.
was.
Don't you dare go,
My
Mark. I can
eyes
see
are
your,
closed.
reaching. I can see your
I
fingers
am
reaching.
thinking. My eyes are closed. The only thing in my hand is Heroes in a Half Shell. Oh my god.
Mark, in Singapore alone, there's 13 Toys R Us.
Really?
Apparently, according to Google Maps.
Turtle powered.
So you've just Googled the closest, Google the nearest, just go nearest Toys R Us and see where it comes up.
You know what? The artist's name of that song is actually in the opening lyrics.
I'm going to
What are
find
the
it.
opening lyrics?
It was
Yep.
Partners in Crime, but
Yes.
it was spelled K. It was spelled with a K instead of a C. And if you look at the lyrics of the song,
Kryme.
I'm listening to it now.
Oh, for God's sake. You've gone onto YouTube, haven't you?
Spotify.
Spotify, okay. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Spotify.
why are we talking about Toys R Us? I've got no idea.
Right.
I told you we fast forwarded to
Cass
Friday.
keeps saying so he's either desperate for a poo or he's leaving.
I was going to say something and it's completely gone because I keep getting distracted.
Jesse, you must be so proud. You've put a turtle on the show.
Yeah.
I bet. Are we going to get done for copyright, or shall I turn it off?
It's so distorted, you can't tell.
Is it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. It sounds like when you vape next to your microphone.
But worse.
Okay.
So by that I mean
Okay. Hang on, where's the off button? Oh, there it is.
Right, I muted him.
How?
In
Okay.
Skype. That was honest. You have to unmute yourself, Chandler.
That was the film. It wasn't the original cartoon. Because in the UK, it was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. In America, it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mm.
Oh, there we go. What is going on?
Right, it was. I remember that. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Do you remember Bebop and Rocksteady?
Oh.
Bebop, Rocksteady, Baxter Stockman. He mixed his genetics with a fly by accident. Kang. More will come to me, but yeah. Yeah, the Rhino was Rocksteady.
It wasn't Turtles in a hard shell. It was Heroes in a half shell.
Yeah, it was.
Aha!
Ollie, good evening. Good to see you. Because ninjas are too aggressive, maybe. No, it started as Ninja Turtles and it was changed to Hero Turtles.
It was same with Harry Potter in UK. It was the Philosopher's Stone, but
The what?
the film for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, because Americans needed it simplified. It was the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah. Philosophers.
Philosopher.
Do you know what? I've only just noticed that you've got a tattoo of the Bat logo on your arm.
No.
There you go. I'm very observant, me.
Philosopher.
How do you spell that?
All right. We truly just rap.
I'm certainly not drunk, philosopher.
Philosopher.
There we go. Martin TTV has said it. There we go.
It feels like we've turned into a Friday evening.
Yeah, right.
Does a bit, yeah.
Anyway, we will be...
Cass is dying to get off and he's sweating.
No. I'm just like, what is going on?
So, we will be back on Friday. We have got a very interesting idea. Not that we never have content for a Friday night. We just turn up. But Jono has an idea. I'm not sure we're going to run with it, but let's wait and see what my uncle has to say.
It's going to be too good.
Oh no!
So, from me, from Cass, from Jono, from Rolf, and also from Jimmy the Turtle, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you on Friday. Have fun, motherfuckers.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye, and I'll message
someone answer Martin in chat.
VT UK.
Bye bye, y'all.